Hey everyone, welcome to today's session. We are going to use hand weights today. Mine are a kilo. You can use half a kilo. I probably wouldn't go any heavier than a kilo and a half. And if you don't have any weights, you could use like some tins of baked beans or something, or you could just do this workout without. You don't necessarily need them. You can like almost imagine you've got weights, or you can use bottles of water, you improvise, do anything you like. Remember that if an exercise doesn't feel right for you today, then don't do it, skip it, change it, ask me for a modification, do whatever you need to do. So we are going to do a little bit on the mat, and then we're going to come up to standing and do some arms. So when you're ready, come down to sitting, and we are going to roll ourselves all the way back. I'm just going to take my hand weights just here, and we're going to roll ourselves all the way back and take your feet in a little bit. Let's just warm up the shoulders. So we're going to inhale, lift the arms, exhale, reach back. Inhale, lift, exhale, down. So inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, reach back. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, down. 3 more. And just be careful as your arms go back behind you. Don't let those ribs lift up. And if you want to use your hand weights here, you can. I'm not going to for the moment. I just think we'll just warm the shoulders up without the weights first. Last one. Keep the back of the neck long. And then we're going to come into some arm circles. So we're going to reach up, go back, circle around, keep the rib cage down, pelvis steady. And we'll do one more. And back to center. Come into some little pelvic tilts. So as you exhale, close the gap between the lower back and the mat. Inhale back to neutral. Just trying to get those abs to do the work rather than your legs or arms. 2 more. And then taking it into some hip rolls, rolling up and rolling down. Now here, if you want to start adding in your weights, you can just take your weights onto your abs here, onto your kind of hips, and we can roll up and roll down. So you're just making the glutes work a little bit harder. Couple more. Make sure that your feet are pressing down into the mat. Try not to lift the toes up. And roll down. Good. Take hold of your weights. Now we're going to go into the 100. So do your variation of the 100, and you don't have to use the weights. Or you can start with the weights, and if the arms get tired and the abs get tired, then you put the weights down. We're going to start with legs in tabletop, or do your variation. Lift your arms. We're going to curl up, look towards the belly button, pump in the arms. Inhale for 5. Exhale for 5. Good. Keep going. Keep squeezing those legs together, using those arms. Do one more set. And then hug the knees in, rock side to side. Good. And come up to sitting. So we're going to do half rollbacks or full rollbacks, whichever version you're more comfortable with. I'm going to do a couple of half rollbacks to start with, and then I'm going to go into some full rollbacks. So always keep your length to your spine. Whatever we're doing, we never want to slouch down here. So keep everything lifted, squeeze your legs together, gently hold the backs of the thighs, draw the abs back, tuck the chin in, roll back until your lower back reaches the mat, or as far as you can with control, and then rolling up. Remember to keep breathing. And I'm going to take that into some straight legs, full roll backs. So I'm going to take the arms out in front, reach forwards, and roll back. Squeeze in those legs. Ribs stay down. You want to make it a little bit easier. Keep your arms quite low. They stay down here. Reach forwards and keep the arms low as you roll down. And if you want to make it harder, then you take your arms up. And you can use your weights here again if you want to. So reaching down. Get a bigger stretch on your shoulders here. And then coming up. And last one. So remember, if you're using the weights, you don't want to end up with your shoulders up here. Okay, so if you feel like it's not going to bring your shoulders into a good place, then don't use them. This keeping the shoulders not really pressed down, but in an open and relaxed position is more important than holding on to the weights. So from here, we're going to roll ourselves all the way down. I'm going to come into our leg circles. Flex your left foot, press that left side into the floor. Lift your right leg up. Let's hold it for a stretch. So use your arms, just try and draw that leg back a little bit. Try not to hitch the hip up, so keep the pelvis square. Good. And then just bring the arms down. Now reach that leg long, engage your quad and go across, down and around. Keep the length to the leg. Try and create space between your leg and your hip. By reaching the leg really long. One more. Good. And then the other way. Reach the leg along. Especially if you hear it a bit crunchy in there or it feels uncomfortable, think of reaching that leg even longer so you create that space. And then hold for a stretch. Good. Lower the leg down. Flex the foot. Point the left foot. Lift it up. Hold for a stretch. Keep the back of the neck long. Reach that leg long. Arms by your side. Create some more length and go across and around and up. 5 each way. Keep that right hip as still as you can. Is that 5? I think so. You know I can't count and talk. Really hard. And back to center, hold for a stretch again. Good. And lower that leg down, roll all the way up. Come to the front of your mat. Going to go into roll like a ball. So if you are just beginning with your roll like a ball, maybe just hold your balance and just work on getting some lift and length, reach up and over, and then see if you can just rock to the back of the seat bones and balance. If you know what you're doing, then from here we can inhale, roll back, exhale, roll up. Try and keep your feet close to your hips and your head close to your knees. Good. 3 more. Try not to rock onto your neck. Keep the chin tucked in. Last one. And balance. Good. Take that left leg out in front. Bring the right leg in. Roll yourself back. Right hand on the ankle. Left hand on your shin. Lift the left leg up. Pull, pull, and switch. Pull, pull, switch. Bring the head and chest down if you need to. If this is too much. Take the legs higher if you need to. Don't go too low for now. One more on each side. Bring both knees in, roll back, have a quick rest. Hands on the shins, curl up, heels together, toes apart. We're going to inhale and lengthen. Exhale, circle round, come in. Inhale, exhale. Keep the chest lifted and reaching up. So as your arms go back, try to push that chest up a bit more. 2 more. Good. Roll down, rock side to side, and just see if you can rock up to sitting. And we're going to come into spine stretch forwards. Let me just put those out of the way. So feet about mat width apart, not too wide. And we're going to take our arms out in front, sit up nice and tall, squeeze your glutes, squeeze everything. Exhale, reach forwards as if you're rounding towards your belly button. Inhale, lift up. Exhale and round. Lift up nice and tall. Exhale, reach round. Last one. And back to sitting. Good. Okay, we're going to come up to standing now, and we're going to use our weights. So come up and have heels together, toes apart. If you want to do this on a firm surface rather than your mat, that's absolutely fine. You want about a hand's width between the big toes, and you're going to keep trying to squeeze your inner thighs together. So keep squeezing those legs and keep drawing in through your core. So when we're doing our weights with our arms, we need the elbows to be slightly soft. Okay, so you don't want locked elbows. So a slight softening, and almost think of lifting the back of the elbow up a fraction. So it's not a massive kind of bend here. It's just a softness to those arms, so they're not locked out and tense. Try and keep your shoulders nice and wide and down, core engaged. Okay, that bit's important. So we're going to start with the arms at shoulder height, and we're going to turn the palms up towards the ceiling, and we're just going to bend and straighten. Good. Do one more. And now as we bend our elbows, we're going to lift up our heels and lower. So we lift, squeeze those heels together and down. Good. And now we're going to take the arms wide. So we're going to be here and we're going to extend and down. Keep the heels down for now. Imagine these weights are really, really heavy. So even though they're pretty light, I want you to just imagine they're the heaviest weights you've ever held. And that will just create a bit more tension in the arms, make them do a bit more. So now we're going to hold it here. As we straighten the arms, we're going to lift our heels. And down. And back to center, bring the arms down. And then from here, we're going to turn the palms forwards. And we're going to bring the elbows, we're going to bend the elbows, and we're going to bring the hands towards the shoulders. Squeeze those legs together and squeeze. And imagine heaviest weights you've ever used. It does make a difference. Sounds silly, but it does work. And now add in your heel lift. So we're going to squeeze and down. Squeeze those heels together as well. Don't let me see them come apart. I'm going to be very happy. Good. And now you take the palms face you this time. You're going to have the weights just touching. Soften the elbows again. And this time we're going to pull the arms up towards our chest. So we're going to pull up and down. Good. Squeeze that core in. Add in your heel lift. Lift up, lower down. Keep those shoulders down. Ooh. Try not to wobble over. I'm going to do one more. Back to center. Good. We're going to come into chest expansion this time. So I'm going to start here. If you want to start with your arms just in front of you here, that's fine as well. So we're going to start here or here, and we're going to bring the arms to our side. Now squeeze your shoulder blades together. Look over your right shoulder. Hold. Back to center. Left shoulder. Hold. Push your arms back. Bring the arms forwards. Down to your side. Look over the left shoulder. Center. Right shoulder. Center. Arms go back. Arms up to your side. Right shoulder. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Center. Left shoulder. Center. Squeeze the arms back. Bring them forwards. Down to your side. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Left shoulder. Center. Right shoulder. Center. Arms go back. Good. Bring the arms up. We are going to challenge our balance a bit here. I'm not sure I can do it on this mat. I'm going to give it a go. So as the arms come down, we're going to lift our legs up, our heels up, squeeze the shoulders, look over the right shoulder, center, left shoulder, center, arms go back, and they come forwards. Heels go down. So we lift up, arms come down, squeeze your shoulders, look over the left shoulder, center, right shoulder, center, arms go back, and lower the heels, lift the arms. Two more. So lift the heels, lower the arms down, squeeze the shoulders together, turn, look over the right shoulder, center, left shoulder, center, arms go back, arms up, heels down. Last one. Phew. Coming up. Look over the left shoulder. Gauge your core. Squeeze your shoulders. Center. Right shoulder. Center. Arms go back. And lower the arm, lower the heels, lift the arms, bring the arms down by your side. Good, well done. It's quite hard. If you're on a squashy mat like I am, that's hard. Okay, we're going to have feet in parallel, and we are going to bend our knees just very slightly. Keep a nice straight back. You're going to bend your elbows and squeeze them towards each other. I'm just going to bring the upper body slightly forwards. So we're kind of in like, I don't know, like a skiing position. And you want some weight in your heels. Keep the back of the neck long, elbows squeezed together, and we're going to push the arms back and bend and squeeze and push. Squeeze those elbows together. You don't want them coming wide. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Good. I'm not adding in a heel lift for this one. Last one. And back to center. Good. So I'm going to come this end. Hopefully you can still see me. And we are going to take our feet a little bit wider this time. So about hip width apart, or a little bit wider is fine. And we're going to reach one arm up towards the ceiling. I'm going to slide this arm down towards our knee. Try not to push the hips out. Just keep thinking up and over. Get a little stretch. And back to center. This arm comes up and over. Nice big stretch through the side. Good. Do a couple more on each side. You can do this if you want to, heels together, toes apart. I'll show you that in a second. You don't have to, it's a little bit easier here. Reach that arm down. Good. I'll do the last one like this, so squeezing those legs together and reach up and over. Reach that arm down towards your knee. Good. And back to center. Good, I hope you enjoyed that. If you've got any questions at all, then give me a shout and I'll see you soon.